Hey, it's Marin, and this is your Capricorn season yin yoga flow. Often, the archetype of Capricorn is one of doing lots and getting places, and sometimes it can serve to remind us that we are human beings, not just human doings. So during this flow, I invite you to tune into being and inviting in receptivity to attract in those goals. So we're starting out after setting our intention on our backs, coming into a bridge pose. Feet will press down, hips will lift. Just getting us ready, open heart, open hips, pressing down to lift the glutes and engage lightly. And then on your own time, hips will lower down, regaining rest. Another time, hips lift up. Maybe this time you interlace the hands underneath the back to snuggle the shoulder blades together and find even more openness to receive. Hips come down as you exhale for another moment of release. This time, option for full wheel if it's in your practice. If not, you can stick with bridge. For full wheel, hands and feet press down to lift the hips on up. You can play with the different variations, like coming onto the toes, lifting a leg or a foot up. Focusing on lifting navel to sky as spine presses into navel, and you realize that rooting down is how you can really rise up and achieve. Chin coming into chest brings you down, really calming down the nervous system by stepping feet wide and knees knocking in. Hand to heart to belly, constructive rest. Knees windshield wiper side to side to even out the engagement of the lower lumbar spine. From here, give yourself a hug. Keeping right knee into the chest and extending left leg long out in front of you. Taking a supine twist, right knee crosses the body and you look over right shoulder. Focusing on revolving right ribs open as you twist out any nagging thoughts or feelings that do not serve you. Allowing this pose to come back through center, bringing right knee into the chest to move you up to sit with the sole of the right foot inside left thigh for Janu Shirsasana. Arms lift up as you breathe in, and then you fold forward over the extended leg as you breathe out. As you can see, I have a deep bend in my leg because I have tight hamstrings. I'm evening out. And in this pose, we want to focus on heart to knee more than just reaching for the toe. Keep the flat back instead of rounding so that we can gently lengthen out the hamstring. As you release, gently rising up and coming into a stargazer, right hand down, right shin down, press the hips and the arm on up to reverse that motion. And then as you come down, laying back onto the back, both knees in, releasing right leg long as you keep left knee in for the opposite side. Supine twist, left knee crosses the body, looking over left shoulder and revolving, wringing out anything that you're allowing to shed as you step up and attract the highest self version of you. Breathing back through center, using the momentum of the left knee in to bring you up to sit. Sole of the left foot inside right thigh. Arms will lift up on your breath in, and then you come across the extended right leg as you breathe out. Again, as you can see, instead of gently rounding in, I'm actually focusing on bringing heart to knee, even if that means I have a deep bend in my hamstring, to lengthen it out slowly and steadily. So wherever you're at, focus on as deep of a bend in the knee as you need to bring the heart to the knee and touch belly to thigh. Unwinding on your breath in for a stargazer, left hand, left shin press down to lift the hips on up, find your stretch, and then lowering on down. Back onto the back to reset, bringing both knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. Crossing over the shins and coming up into a half pigeon on the right side. Right knee bends at the front of your mat as left leg is straight out behind you, lifting the heart up to start so that we have a nice back straight. And then gently coming down over the bent right leg. You can have any props you need underneath the hips or the head, focusing on really allowing the hips to open and not falling onto either side, but opening up into whatever the hips have to release and have to speak to you with. From here, gently pressing yourself up and coming through center with Baddha Konasana, butterflying the feet together, letting the soles of the feet kiss as knees open wide. You can also take blocks underneath the knees or underneath the third eye, as in this pose you do allow yourself to round in and come down near the feet. As you breathe in, slowly lifting your body on up from the Baddha Konasana into pigeon on the left side. So left leg stays bent in front as right leg comes back behind you, setting up straight and steady. Arms and chest open up, and then you come down steadily and slowly over the bent left leg as you allow the hips to remain neutral and your body to come forward, down, over, allowing the hips to open and you to receive any messages coming through. As you breathe in, letting that air, that inhale, gently press you on up, beginning to arise. This time, both legs will come out in front of you for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So arms lift up, and then you exhale to fold forward, and as you can see, I'm letting my heart touch my knees, even though there's a very deep bend in my knees that allows me to gently lengthen my hamstrings long. If you have more hamstring mobility, you are welcome to seal in your practice with lengthened legs, thanking yourself for showing up to the mat today and being present through the openness. Sitting up for your breath in. Shavasana is your breath out. Staying here as long as you need. If you like this, please like, subscribe, do all the things, and have a wonderful rest of your Capricorn season. I'll see you in the next one.